Uh, if you live in the side of Europe, if you live somewhere, Europe, Africa, we know that we don't have the same time as they do in United States of America. It's a different time. And if you look at now, the time now is around 7. I haven't had my sleep. I just slept a few hours and then wake up for the UFC 313, which just concluded, and it was worth watching, honestly. But I'm not going to go into all the match. I'm just going to go into this main event, which is shocking to many people. If you look at my videos, the video I posted before this one, when I'm talking about Ankalaev and Pereira, I said to you guys, I said Ankalaev does have a chance. Ankalaev does have a chance. And let me clear something up. I've been seeing a lot of comments. I've been seeing it. Why are people watching fights with their emotions? Why don't you be real? Because I know Alex Pereira is the biggest UFC fighter at the moment. He's somebody that UFC wants to promote, and he's already a superstar. Alex Pereira is loved by everybody. If you look at some of the judges, some of the people that watch fight, that judge, some of these high-level judges, because they love Pereira, they were giving Pereira 3-2. Is it not the same fight we watched? I watched that fight I was watching this fight. I was still talking to myself. I said, this is not Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira was off. And I won't say that because Alex Pereira was off. It was due to the way Ankalaev dominated that fight. Leading up to the fight, leading up to this fight, I saw some things. I saw Alex Pereira I haven't seen before. I think Alex Pereira felt the heat against Ankalaev. Alex Pereira, when you watch that press conference, when you watch the face-off, I said this before. I said you will know who will win the fight through a face-off. Alex Pereira wasn't himself, he was looking so nervous against this guy, Ankalaev. And Ankalaev was a chill guy. He was a chill. UFC at the moment, they're like biting their nails at the moment. What are they gonna do? Because if you look at the UFC roster, there is no top level superstar, the one that people relate with. There is no Conor McGregor. There is no Israel, the last time bender, being the champion. John Jones off and on. And now you have Poatan, who is the face of the UFC. Now I've just lost his belt. So I understand why many people are like angry, because they want to see Poatan become the champion. They want to see Poatan remain the champion because he has this aura, he has this personality that everybody like. Me too, I love him. I love Pereira. No disrespect, I love Pereira. But you see that fight? You see this fight against Ankalaev? He lost it. For me, I know this is going to cause commotion. It's going to cause arguments down there. But I'm not going to lie to you. For me, I scored that fight 4-1 Ankalaev. 4-1. Pereira did nothing. And don't forget, Pereira was knocked out in round 2. If Ankalaev had like 20 or 30 seconds more, that fight would have been over. Ankalaev looked more hungry than Pereira. We all know Pereira, when Pereira is fighting, he's the one dictating the fight. He's the one chasing the opponent. He's the one looking for the finish. He's the one moving, kicking, left hook. We all know how Pereira fights. We all know that his distance is amazing. We all know that whenever Pereira fights, you just don't blink because somebody is going to get knocked out. But this particular fight, if any of you come out and say Pereira won this fight, you people are not just a UFC word. People don't know what fight is. People are just watching fight through emotion because you love Pereira and you just want Pereira to remain the champion. The fight I watched tonight was so dominated by Ankalaev that I couldn't even recognize if he was fighting with Alex Pereira. I was asking myself, is this Alex Pereira? People were saying that, he clinched him, he held him to the cage. Why did Alex Pereira, for the first place, went to the cage? Why was he backing? Normally, Alex Pereira is the person that will always come forward, pushes his opponent, chases his opponent left front. We remember that fight against Adesanya. The second fight, even the first and the second fight, he was chasing Adesanya before Adesanya knocked him out. But this fight, this was the first time I see Alex Pereira going backwards. Going backward all the whole fight. He wasn't himself. Who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame that, oh, maybe it was because people are saying, oh, he was so active. He was going to Australia. He was going to Singapore. He was going to China. He was traveling. That is not an excuse. You have a fight. You have something to focus on. Everything has time. Why can't Alex Pereira just come out and say, listen, I have a fight. I can't travel. Maybe something after my fight, then I can travel. Why don't you do that? Why most of the people are looking for excuse for Alex Pereira losing this fight? He lost the fight against against a potential tough opponent, which I won't lie to you. I was arguing with a friend that's like, I don't think UFC is trying to hide Poatan from Ankalaev. I now see the reason why they're hiding Poatan from Ankalaev. Because we know Poatan is the biggest superstar at the moment in the UFC. And the only person who can dethrone that guy in that light heavyweight division is Ankalaev. And this fight proved it right. And don't forget, guys, Ankalaev is fighting this guy on Ramadan. Do you know what Ramadan is? Most of you people that doesn't know that Muslim people celebrate this Ramadan during this period. They don't eat from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. And this guy must be fasting during that period before this fight. And you know how you feel whenever you're fasting and the first thing you did after breaking your fast was going to eat the food. Your body will just need to sleep. You don't want to do anything anymore. But Ankalaev, 4 hours later, had a fight, a big fight against a potential dangerous person. So if you're giving excuse for Alex Pereira, you people should give kudos to Ankalaev for putting a very dominant performance. Although that one wasn't the fight we all expected. But if that second round had 40 seconds more, Alex Pereira would have been done. Because Ankalaev dominated him. Would I like to see that fight again? Yes, because he has been a champion for a long time. So he has to fight for the bet. He has to get his revenge back. But the way UFC is looking at it, they don't seem interested. Even he and Alex Pereira was asked, oh, do you see yourself fighting? It's like, he's going to think, he's going to go back to the drawing board, he's going to train. He's not giving a specific answer. But I just want to come out here and tell you guys that those one that didn't watch the fight, there is a new light heavyweight champion now. And his name is magomed, Ankalaev. Let that sink in. Justin Gaethje, amazing fighter. That guy is just something else. That guy is, whenever he fights, there is something. It's always fun. It's always amazing. And kudos to Fiziev for taking that fight in 2 or 3 weeks, short notice, man. Nobody would have done that. Most especially against Gaethje. Come on. You know that you're going there to either to get knocked out or to just end up in the hospital. What an amazing fight between these two guys, man. I even thought in the second round, Gaethje knocked this guy. I thought it was over. But kudos to Fiziev, man, for trying to hold himself. I mean, not everybody's going to take this fight on a short notice. But that doesn't take the fact that Justin Gaethje is the man of the occasion. It's the man when he wants to call for events. Justin Gaethje is just the guy. He's just the guy. Kudos to him, man. Big win for him now. He has to wait for who is next for the title in the lightweight division. I don't know if he's going to face Ilia Topuria next. I don't know if Islam is going to defend this title against Ilia Topuria. As it stands, we are waiting for the UFC to call it out. We just need what UFC have to do to make sure that that division gets busy and with big fight. Guys, like I said, Ankalaev is your new light heavyweight division. Let that sink in. Until next time, see you soon.